Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. I'm trying to help somebody. This is for placing rhinestones on, I guess, a t-shirt or something. And whoever drew this did an adequate job, but there's some of these aren't spaced out where this is pretty good. They're even a little bit off, but I just had another video on how to do that. So we're going to try to maybe make this a little better. I don't know that I can. I don't know that it'll be any better. I've already made the 4. I put black outline circles around my object, so I can use the Smart Fill tool. We're going to take a 3-point curve line and holding down the control button to get it perpendicular, and then we get a half a circle. It's probably a little bit big. We can bring that in. I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page, because I want and then I'm going to move it up and I'm going to hit P, or leave it there. Control D and make a duplicate of that, and we're going to rotate, because I want the exact same size all the way around. A lot of times if you don't hit that X. Now we're going to Control D and make a duplicate of that guy, and we're going to rotate it 90 degrees. Control D and make a duplicate. Now we've got a shape. I made the line longer than what I needed so it would not leak. And because we're using the nudge distance, we can nudge it down. Then I can left click and right click, and we can actually look at it. We're trying to get those inside dots. And as you can see, it's a little bit, there's really no perfect way to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the whole thing, I'm going to go up to intersect, and now I have this shape. It doesn't look too bad, but there are some half circles and missing parts of circles, which would not work. So what I need to do now is I'm going to get rid of some of this files I don't need, and I'm going to lock. Well, I need one of those circles. Well, I'll tell you what, I can lock them and there's one right there. I'm going to borrow that circle. Well, if I can. Maybe I just thought it was. And I'm going to move it over here. Well, don't stretch it, move it over here to my new item. Now I'm going to lock the screen on everything else so my program won't look for it. I'm going to go to Object and Lock. Now we got basically our shape of our Smart Fill. And we're going to go to a program called from eCuts from Monster Macro. And I've got, there it is right there. I had it up on the page. And it's from Monster Macro eCuts. It does so much, and I just knew that tonight it would be able to help me a little bit. This isn't the perfect situation, but here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shape, which is a perfect circle, which is 1.26, and I'm going to set the master shape. I'm going to search for the same size. And then I'm going to, well, I need to break this apart. Group and ungroup. So I'm going to go here, search for the same size, and then nudge those out of the way. What it did, it took away all those circles and half circles. Or half circles. Now Control G to group those together. And because we nudged, we can nudge it right back. Let me take away these lines. And remember, this isn't perfect. We're going to have to go to Object and Group and ungroup all. And let's get rid of these lines. I don't need the macro anymore, so I'm going to delete it. It's so handy. I use it. I've never used this particular feature, or don't think I have, but I just knew that it would have something like this. And because we use the nudge, we can nudge that in there. Now, it's not perfect, but it's a lot more symmetrical than what we had up here. You know, there's some spaces there and spaces here. I mean, some are real close together, some are real far apart. And you could have done this without the macro just by eliminating some of those outer dots. Anyway, and then just do that for each one of your sections. And even these little triangular sections here, you could do the same way. I truly hope this helped this gentleman. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, thank you for watching.